Alrighty guys, my last video I had a few comments on drilling out the bolter holes, which honestly I've been painting for years and I've never drilled out my bolter holes, because usually I just paint the holes on, and I've painted with dimension, so it takes like 3 colors at least to get it right, to look like there's actually substance to the hole, not just plain old black dots. But I figure, that takes more time, and it might actually benefit me if I just drilled the holes. And I've had a couple of people ask me through the years how to do pinning and things of that nature, so I thought I would do a video on it here. As you can see, I haven't really gotten very far with my base coating, although I did finish Omnio's base coat finally. This is taking way more time than I anticipated, but it's been a while since I've painted marines. I've mainly painted nids and orcs with some towel thrown in. It's been a while since I've done marines. And started on Gideon, and it would have been a heck of a lot easier if I hadn't glued his storm shield on, but whatever. So you can see where I am with that. I also added the red to the librarian where I want it. Yay! Alright, so when you do pinning or drilling of any kind, you get a pin vise. Mine's actually an older model. You can get these in the hardware store. And basically it's just a hand crank type of deal. It's not a dremel, it's not electric, and you wouldn't want that here anyway. Now, I've already started on CPO's bolter, mainly because I was testing the drill bit, because I've never really drilled bolter holes. I've normally used this bit, which I use for pinning the arms. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than this tiny drill bit, and I had to put some painter's tape on the end because it wouldn't fit in my vise, because my vise is old. But you see where I'm going with this. Try to get my big thumb out of the way. So you got yourself a bolter hole. Looks a little bit more realistic, I guess, than just painting it on. And I'll go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. I might even take a new bit, go the next size up. But for pinning, you would pick a model for this. Let's go with the librarian. Say this is a metal model, and I know they're going to head towards resin for GW and such, so metal won't be as much of a problem if you're, of course, sticking with Games Workshop. Other companies will still have metal, but anyway, I digress. Say it's metal, let's just say. The weakest point of connection, of course, will be here between the shoulder joint and the arm. So in this case, I would drill a hole into the shoulder area and also into the arm. I would go in about that deep into the metal, especially on lictors. Lictors I found to be one of the hardest models to pin vise because their shoulders and arms are so thin. So sometimes you can only go in like that much, but you try to go as deep as you can, because the deeper you can drill, the better it is, because you get more stability and more strength in the joint. And you go ahead and this is a piece of paper clip, and then you would insert that into both the hole in the shoulder blade and the hole in the arm, add your glue, and then continue with the assembly. That will make a stronger joint, so when you drop it, when you're gaming or whatever, chances are it'll stay together on you and the arm won't just pop off. You can optionally use rare earth magnets, which are right here. I haven't had much success using the rare earth magnets with metals. I generally use them with plastics, and that would really be a subject for another video, and I don't want to go there. But I used to do that for Carnifexes all the time, so you could change out weapons and such like that. So that's just basically drilling your bolter holes using a pin vise. It saves you some painting time, and I suppose it'll look better, at least if you're used to painting black dots. This will give you a little bit more definition. Otherwise, you're stuck painting with some grays and blacks to make it look like a hole. So there you have it. Yeah, I won't be doing a rare earth magnet video because I really don't like working with them. Drilling for them I always found to be a pain in the butt. And I've always used dremels. I've not used pin vices for rare earth magnets, but mainly again because I was using really big magnets and not tiny ones. But you can do that to get the arms on some of these models. You just need really small magnets. So hopefully that answered some questions and give you a little update on what I'm doing here. This is very slow and painstaking, but I like where it's going. I'm pretty happy with this laydown of red.